What's up, world? It's your girl Brittany from Brittany's Corner. Get with it and stick with it. You heard me? I know I barely post, but at time to time, but this is what the message is going to be about. The message is going to be about chosen ones and people with a certain light on their life, people who've experienced a certain trauma just because of who they are, not because of where they come from, not more than likely of what they've done. Not saying that they were perfect, because I know I'm not perfect. I know I done did a lot of things that could have ended worse than what it did. So I'm thankful, I just cut ties with the situation or cut ties with the person, and I'm still here to tell the story. But this message is going to be about the fear of being seen. The fear of being seen comes from trauma. The fear of being seen comes from fear of ourselves. We don't trust ourselves. Why you don't trust yourself? After trauma, after going through something so devastating or something so life altering, whether it be that you were molested, whether it be that you were raped, you were whatever it could be, you went through a fire, you went through something in your life that altered your life, and you feel like you didn't save yourself or you blamed yourself for it. So as you grow up, as you get older, and you may have reached out to family, you may have reached out to friends, those people didn't believe you, or they just chopped it up as, well, she deserved it, or this was the lifestyle he lived, so what did he expect? Whatever excuse they tried to use to take themselves out of the equation, because that's all what it is. If someone trying to minimize what your experience is, they really just trying to minimize the role they played in it. Because a lot of people don't like to accept accountability. They don't like to sit there and be like, damn, you know what? She ain't crazy. I did witness woo 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 woo. Or he's not crazy. I did see la 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 la. They don't like that, because then they'll ask them. They have to put the mirror on themselves to ask themselves, what did I do? You know. But this ain't about them. This is about us. So you are afraid to be seen, and you're gonna go through a period of isolation. You're gonna go through a period where you are forced with everything you're afraid of, and it may be in another person, it may be in a situation, it may be in an environment, it may be in a new job. You are going to God gonna sit you down and show you what you're afraid of, and you're gonna have to face them demons, and you're gonna have to heal. You're going to have to admit what you did, the role you played. You're going to have to own your flaws. You're going to have to put the mirror on yourself and love self again. Loving self is loving self whole and completely. Loving self is loving self when self did that wrong. Loving self is loving self when I know I could have did better on that test. When I know I shouldn't have said that in that argument. When I know I could have had a better conversation with whoever. Loving self is in those times too. So we get to a period of not wanting to be seen, because when we are seen as something other than what we have been seen all our lives, it's difficult. It's hard to process. After that life altering moment or whatever experience you went through, that changed how you see yourself, because that's basically what it did. It changed how you saw yourself. After you get over that, or when you going through that and you're trying to act like it's not happening and you okay, it's hard to be seen. And then when people are, giving you compliments, giving you praise, giving you your flowers, basically saying, oh, you good, why you need to do that, you need to keep going, it's hard, because you're scared to be seen. You're scared to be seen as that good person, because you done told yourself that you ain't no good person, because you allowed this to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about retrusting self again and telling self, I love you, self. You're not perfect and I'm not perfect, self. We're going to get through this together. You know what I'm saying? Anxiety is just fear. Anxiety and fear are the same things, and I used to have that so bad, and I still do sometimes. It's some things that's going to trigger me in my real life based on from my past. And if you don't know, yes, I was molested. Yes, I was, by a family member, and it was a trusted family member. And when I told my family didn't want to accept it. I'm just going to put it like that. But this is not a bash to my family. I love my family, but at the time, I was vulnerable and I was looking for answers. But I wasn't looking for answers from God. And I wasn't looking for answers from myself. I was trusting man to tell me how to heal. Trusting man to tell me how to get over what I need to work through myself. You know what I'm saying? And then I was never a victim. I was never someone who would tell everybody, who would, want people to treat me different, because I was never that. I'm the type of person that want people to be aware. I just want you to know why you were judging me, why you were saying I was a bad teenager, I was disrespecting, I was doing all this, woo woo woo, I was gonna be a hoe, I was gonna do that. This is what I was going through. Hypersexuality is real. Hypersexuality is real. constantly want to have sex all the time, constantly want to be up under a nigga all the time, constantly want attention, constantly want to be lusted after. That's hypersexual. I'm sorry, that comes from trauma. And my whole thing is, nobody really, when you, I don't know if it's a black thing, I don't know what it is, but when you bring up that stuff in your family, in a black family, black people, they turn the other way. They will turn the other way, baby, and treat you like a goddamn, like you one of the devils in the Bible, baby. Like you turned the whole kingdom upside down, okay? And they will treat you like you are nothing. They will treat you like you lie, you just want attention, you just this, you just a hater, you just this. They gonna say all that. But then you just gonna keep going. You just have to keep going, keep living, keep striving. Because the plan is for you to just fall off and just do something outside of what your path is. A lot of people, they go through trauma, sexual trauma as a child, women in particular, men too, because it's embarrassing for a man to tell another man that they were molested in they rear end. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men are really ashamed of that. They're ashamed to be admitted that they gay. So I can imagine how embarrassing it must be to try to tell your auntie or your uncle or whatever that this person did this to me. So I imagine a lot of people, what they do when they picture the reaction of what could be, that anxiety, that fear set in, they run to the streets. They run to other people. They run to drugs. They run to anything that can take their mind off of what the reality is. Anything, drugs, anything illegal, those are life-altering drugs. Those are mind-altering drugs. Those are drugs that alter the state of your reality. So a lot of people run to that. Meth, codeine, and they overdose. Ain't nobody gonna care about me anyway. Why not? Me, on the other hand, I cared about me. I cared about me because I know God did. I started telling myself, damn, it's a reason you went through that. And you still here? You still smile? I had to look at myself. I be hell all the time. If you know me, anybody that know me, they'll tell you, man, that girl right there be happy as hell all the fucking time. They will probably think I be on drugs or something, but I really don't. I'm just really filled with God, love, and trust, because that's all I done had through all these years. I finally got somebody in real life, in 3D form, my boyfriend, who really look out for me like an angel. Like, it's like God sent him in my life at the perfect time, like somebody who wasn't gonna judge me, who wasn't gonna turn their back on me, who wasn't gonna let nobody get in their head about me, who wasn't gonna let nobody distort their reality about me. They kept it solid. You know what I'm saying? And not only was it my boyfriend, it's my friend. He became my friend, my best friend at that. I'm talking about, I done been through a whole lot of stuff with this man, and we still strong. And I ain't talking about nothing like cheating and all that other shit. No, I don't go through that. Ain't nothing you go through. Those character flaws. I'm talking about stuff within ourselves. We both growing as a couple together, you know, but that's another story. We're just gonna talk about the fear of being seen for right now. We'll have to step out of that because it's anxiety, and you have to tap into your inner child, tap back into that moment where it happened, and walk yourself through that moment and what you would have did differently, and forgive yourself for not doing it the first time because you didn't know. So just take the burden off yourself and give that to God, and stop trying to run from being seen, because you're going to be seen. Whether it's on social media, whether it's in real life, you're going to be seen. People going to feel that. People going to hear that. And they going to want to know more. So, that's all I have for today. Peace and blessings.